Hello, I am Karen Weary, numero uno.
I'm Andres, and number uno as well.
Oh no, you're number two, I'm number one.
All right. Two people in the same boat with one direction.
That's right. Yes. So today we're going to talk about pet peeves. Oh my God. Right? Who doesn't have a pet peeve? Everybody has a pet peeve. And those things can just get under your skin. It's like, oh my God. It's like, ah. So, how do we go about working through those? Because if you're going to be with this other person here for the rest of your life, that's the plan anyway, then you have to figure out a way how to work around these pet peeves. And let me tell you what are some of mine that came with you, my darling, my beloved husband, who in the beginning was the dirty kitchen counters, the cabinets being open in the kitchen, drawers
Who has
open,
the time to be aware and close cabinets and drawers and all of it? I mean, I'm a busy person.
lids open. What's the point of having things in a thing if the lid is open? They're going to dry out, right? You're going to knock it over and spill it all over the place. That's why you have a lid on there. And what are some of your pet peeves?
Well, you hair all over the place, and the most important, the bed.
What about
You
that?
need to make the bed every single day. If you want to change the world, as this general says in one of the graduations that he had the opportunity to talk, made a speech. He says, if you're going to change the world, the first thing that you need to do is make your bed.
And believe me, I usually do, but one day I didn't get around to it. And my goodness, that was not good. It's not pretty.
My background as a police officer, I spent 4 years of my life in the police academy. So make your bed was important. Extremely important.
What happened there if you didn't? This was in Ecuador. This is not a couple of months police academy like they have here in the US. This was 4 years of like a 4 year boot camp, military boot camp, right?
Yeah, almost 4 years. Yeah.
Whew.
Very,
Yeah.
very intense.
What happened if you didn't make your bed there?
Oh well, you've been punished for everything. Basically, they have consequences, which was something good to learn in life because it's consequences in your actions. So that was the first thing that you need to do at 7 early in the morning. Well, the day started a lot earlier, but was someone who was checking that every single bed was made in the properly way. So it was no place to mistakes. Need to be perfect.
What about the cabinets?
Well, we didn't have cabinets.
Okay,
No.
gotcha. Okay,
Not at all.
that's what happened. Oh, so this is something I've been thinking about here recently because outside of here, I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. So I work with people all day, every day, individuals and couples. And so between my own pet peeves and other people's pet peeves, and then seeing how people suffer and struggle through their relationships with their pet peeves, I just have this thing that I think personally that I think it's part of being in a loving relationship to really respect the fact that this wonderful man here, it's so important for him to have the bed made in the morning. What is the big deal for me to make the bed in the morning? To me, I just think that makes me a better person to do so, right? And then you're not going to be aggravated every single day by coming home to a messy bed. And, then I get to come home to a happy husband. I mean, that's a win-win every which way. I'm a better person. He's a happy husband, and off we go. And he has gotten so much better at closing the cabinets and still working on closing the lids on everything. But it's a working project. He's gotten much, much better cleaning the counters, so so that we don't have those regular reoccurring annoyances. Because some people might say, oh, well, you should just get over it, just let it go. Now, what do you think about that?
No, I don't think it's a good thing to do because it's just making things bigger, 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 and bigger. And at some point, you're gonna explode, and you don't want that in a healthy relationship. You need to try to correct things that sometimes you didn't notice. I honestly I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't know what was important. I mean, so you can close the door. What's the deal? Just close the thing, the doors, and that's it. But if it's important for you, well, I'm gonna improve.
Yeah. Well, to me, just visually, like it's messy. But also, I think also another part was that I grew up with a mother who was legally blind. So I
Well,
am just I'm naturally always thinking about what is sticking out, like drawers that are open and low on the low. Somebody who's not seeing, could walk right in and bang their leg against it and fall. So it's just part of how my brain has developed to see things that are in the way. Um, so there's that extra layer of how I grew up, which probably has a big impact. Um, yeah.
well, honestly, I didn't recall in my childhood having cabinets doors. Yeah, no. That's
Because he grew up in a shoebox with the big family there. So
all good days.
yes, yes. La familia, right? Yeah. So yeah, there was something about
It's something, that it's not something that you're gonna get in a date. Some experiences and details that you're gonna get once you start living with somebody, right? And then you're gonna start to notice some things that you may don't like, but some things that you can correct. You can uh, do better in order to develop a better relationship and grow together.
yeah, yeah,
And move.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I have to also agree that the thing with hair being everywhere, it's absolutely disgusting. So I totally agree. If there's hair somewhere that I didn't see and pick up and throw away, then that's just because I didn't see it. But the other thing of ignoring your partner's pet peeves is also has a lot to do with the fact that I think the reason why it's so aggravating is because you usually have told your partner about it, right? It's like, could you please do this? Could you please do this? It really annoys me. I get really aggravated. And you're being ignored over and over and over again, day in and day out, year in and year out. Guess what that does? It feels disrespectful and it feels like you don't care about me. You don't care that I'm feeling stressed out about this thing. And really, for the most part, it is. I don't know that there are a lot of people who have huge pet peeves. It's usually those kinds of things of just folding the thing the way, or put the lid on the toothpaste, or close the dang cabinets, or pick up your dang hair. It's really, you know, I mean, little things that people should be doing anyway. If you want to live in a clean, organized home, which is going to help you think better as well. I mean, feng shui is a thing. We really do think and function better in homes where there's a spot for everything. And believe me, I am not the best at that.
I think is another way to show appreciation
Yeah.
and love for you,
Mm,
for your partner. I didn't thought that was important until I realized, it's another way to show how much I love you.
Yeah.
Trying to do small things. It doesn't take much. So I usually wake up early in the morning, and well, that's an excuse, but it's not. I tried to play that card for several weeks, but didn't work.
You tried.
And then I correct myself. It's still a working process, but as you say, I'm doing that.
Yeah, much better. Now it's more of a joke. 'Cause, like I go in the pantry because he gets up at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I'll wake up, I get up in the pantry and say, here's the snack box with the lid open. I'll take a picture. Ah, I know what you have for your snack today. um, which is actually is another really good thing to add humor into your relationship, especially when he is working on it. He is getting better. I'm working on it on the things that I know he doesn't like, and so at least when you're seeing the effort, now I know you care about me. I know you hear me. I know you see me, and that it's something that you're making it something that you were doing your best to put at the forefront of your mind. And I'm doing the same for him. So it's something that I think is try it out. Just what I usually tell people is pretend you're putting on a lab coat and you're in the research department and see what happens when you do this in your relationship. And whatever it is that your partner's pet peeve is, really just I'm gonna encourage you to take it 1 week and make that the priority thing for you to do is to be aware of what you already know what your partner's pet peeve is. Let's just go there, right? You know it.
Because it's easy to see somebody else mistakes, or
Exactly. Yeah. But take that upon yourself that this week I am going to take whatever my partner's pet peeve is, and I'm going to correct my own behavior and see what kind of effect that's going to have on your partner. What I am going to almost guarantee you is going to happen is that your partner is going to fall back in love with you all over again because you're doing it. I bet you. And I would love to see your comments of after you have been practicing this and what kind of effect you have seen in your relationship from your partner after doing this.
It's just another love language.
Mm.
That big time.
I agree. Yes. So there we go. Any other thoughts about pet peeves?
Just do the best as you can, always.
Exactly. Another part of growing and being a better person by the time you go back to bed. And so there it is.
Absolutely important.
Yes. So we shall see you next time. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Let us know what you experiences that you have as you put this to practice, because that's going to not just help you, it's going to help other people as well, encourage other people to take on this challenge. And let's imagine and see how there's a ripple effect in the world as more and more people are putting this to practice and are falling back in love with each other, and what kind of effect that's going to have in the world as we do this. It's going to be
Amazing.
amazing.
Definitely.
Yes.
Let's be one. Don't forget.
See you in the next one.